Hi, I'm David, and behind me is my 2004 Infiniti FX35. I bought this car used about 4 years ago. I think it looks pretty good for a 16-year-old car. There's been a couple of things wrong with it since I bought it, and there's one big tech upgrade I want to do with it, so I thought I would make a short video series of all the things I'm going to do to get this car sort of updated a little bit, and thought I'd bring you along with me. So I hope you enjoy the series. I'll go through each of the things I'm planning on working on, and if you have any ideas of other things I should update or consider, please let me know in the comments. So one problem with this car that's especially bad in the winter time is that the liftgate struts are weak. So oftentimes the liftgate will only come up about this high, which is just perfect for smacking your head on it. So I've got new liftgate struts ordered, and I plan to replace those. So this next thing is pretty small. The clock works on this car, it works fine, but the backlight bulb does not work. So anytime you drive this car at night, you can't read the clock. I know it's a small deal, but I think it's an easy fix, so I've ordered a new bulb for this light. The next problem that's kind of common on these Infinitis is you can see that this seat is not moving forward and backward. It's actually twisting, and that's because one of the gears that operates the seat track is most likely stripped. So I've ordered a new gear for this seat, and hopefully once I change that, I'll be able to move forward and back like it should. So on the driver's side, the seat does move forward and back as it's supposed to, but the seat also has a front and a back lift.
I did a bad job explaining this in the original video, but what's happening is the seat is only moving on one side. So the seat's actually tilting itself left to right, which makes for an uncomfortable driving position, and it's a thing I noticed when I first test drove this car. And if you're in it for a few hours, it just doesn't feel like you're setting correctly, so I'm going to try to fix that.
I've ordered 2 new gears for these 2 motors, and hopefully that fixes the seat tilt. So one of the things that bugs me the most are these cracks that are starting to form in the dash panel. Now, these Infinitis are notorious for a much worse condition where the vinyl actually bubbles up, so I'm pretty lucky with just these cracks, but I have to look at it every time I drive the car, and it bothers me. There's probably 3 ways to fix this problem. One is to reorder this dash pad from Infiniti. It's extremely expensive, and it takes a lot of labor to replace it. The other is this ABS plastic overlay from a company called Coverlay, which just fits over this. And the thing that I'm going to try first is use a vinyl wrap like you'd put on the outside of a car to cover up this dash pad and hopefully make it look smooth and new again. So the project I'm most excited about is a replacement of my factory 2004 technology infotainment system. If you look at the factory setup, you'll see that the air conditioner controls are all part of the stereo system, the infotainment. It's all one panel. Before recently, there was no way to remove this and replace it with an aftermarket radio because you needed this panel for your HVAC controls. Now there's companies that build a complete replacement panel, which is everything you see here. It includes a 10-inch touchscreen, and they figured out how to hack into the car's control system so that you have on-screen touchscreen air conditioning controls. Now, this is probably the biggest risk project because there's not a lot of documentation about these replacement systems, and I'm also concerned because this has a factory Bose stereo system, and I understand that Bose has individual amplifiers for all of the speakers, or at least I think that's the way it works. So I don't know if it'll be plug and play, but anyways, it'll be an exciting project. Everything you see here is going to come out, and you're going to see a brand new touch panel installed when the project is finished. Also, you can see from my shirt, I am from Missouri. If you have any great suggestions for road trips, maybe once I get this project finished, if I'm not able to fly to another country, I might start driving a little bit more.